Hey guys, TheGamingGeek here, welcome to this gameplay commentary, something I don't do very much anymore, and I already said I wasn't going to do these type of videos. However, I kind of missed it a little bit, so I thought I got something to talk about. Why not do it in a gameplay commentary? You're enjoying some 60 FPS gameplay, not too sure exactly what it's going to be just yet, but it is in 60 FPS. I'm going to stick to the fact that I want to make any video I do as high quality as possible. Obviously, there's limits on the type of video and what you can do with it, but hopefully you guys can enjoy that and enjoy what I have to talk about. So this is something that actually has been playing on my mind for a little while. Gaming recently has made a big leap in terms of technology, but has gaming really made a big leap in terms of the quality of games that we receive, or has in fact the opposite happened? Now most of you will immediately know what I'm talking about. For you guys that don't, as we know, we've come onto the next gen. We've moved away from the 360 and the PS3, and we're now in the era of the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Obviously, I'm not going to leave Nintendo out of this, mainly because it's not really affected in the conversation, because they tend to do their own thing, and that is still pretty cool, and I will give them merit for that. However, like I said, it's not really what I need to talk about. With the dawn of Xbox One and PlayStation 4 and the next gen, we were kind of promised that games would be better than we'd experienced before, with open world games taking over, us being able to jump on in a moment's notice, play the game we want to play, enjoy it with our friends, and it will be a better connected experience than ever before. But is that really what we're experiencing now? Is that really the promise that they said that we would get? It really doesn't take a genius to figure out that those sort of promises haven't come to fruition. We often are getting games now that feel half-finished, are full of bugs, and either are delayed for many months and then come out and is not as good as promised, or just come out before then and then are full of bugs and weird glitches and connection issues that we've never had to put up with before. So does this mean that the promises were maybe hopes and dreams of developers who wanted to bring us this world of gaming which was going to be far better than anything that we'd ever experienced before, but the reality of the technology is that we're not going to be able to get that for a long time coming? What is the future of gaming going to be like? Is it this bright future that we've all been hoping for, where everything works fine and we all get on and in this connected world? Or is it going to be more of this letdown of games by major companies who seem to keep digging themselves bigger and bigger holes? I'm going to be honest here and say that my passion for gaming, the complete passion that I had before, and the want to spend hours and hours playing video games, has actually been diluted a lot, and I don't feel the same urge to constantly go on the new generation of games or pick them up and play them. You know, it just takes me a second to look at the news or to hear people talking about it to realise that these games actually really aren't up to scratch, and why should I be wasting £30–40 on this new game that's going to probably cause me issues, whether it's now or whether it's in the future. A real big example of this recently is The Crew. The Crew was set to be an awesome game, and I played this at E3, and I will say it was really good, and I really enjoyed it, and I was really kind of hyped up for the game, and I thought it was going to be a nice racing game. As someone who's always come from a racing background and has always enjoyed playing the new Need for Speeds and things like that, I thought this would be a nice game to come on. I'd probably get it on PC and be able to play, you know, the open world, joining with players, and I thought it would be a new experience, something which I thought would bring my passion back into gaming. But avast, that is not the case. I still haven't picked up the game. I mean, it was dropped massively in price around loads of stores in the UK and online on Steam, but yeah, I still don't want to buy it. Why is that? Because the game actually isn't that great. I mean, there's a lot of sacrifices had to be made in order to give us this open world experience, and is that really worth the sacrifices? Is it worth the fact that if the servers ever went down, and let's be honest, Ubisoft, you're not one for always having, you know, really reliable game servers, I can't play the game? What is that? Is this next gen, or is this really just a step back? And the graphics, I don't want to start on the graphics. The graphics aren't as good as they should be for this next generation of gaming. So is it all just going to be sacrifices? I mean, technically, why couldn't we have had this previous generation? Is this really new? Is this really the future? So I understand I'm ranting a lot, and I don't really want to continue on that a whole lot because I'll probably just end up annoying a lot of people anyway, but it is my opinion. Ubisoft have been doing a lot of issues lately which have been annoying me because the game ideas they've had have actually been really damn good. Watch Dogs, when it first got announced, I was so excited for that game, but it's just a real letdown, and so have been most of their games recently. The only game that's probably screwed up the least has been Far Cry 4, and still I don't think that that is as good as it should be. Now, I'm not going to just keep taking digs at Ubisoft either. EA are definitely on this list of issues as well. I mean, Battlefield 4 was plagued with issues. I barely go on it anymore because it is such a horrible game, which could have been so much better if they really played at it, but no, apparently not. That's not the game we're going to get. And is Hardline going to be any better? I'm really not confident on that because, let's be honest, what we've seen so far isn't that great. And I have played it at various events, and I would say it's not getting me excited. It's not bringing my passion back. But what is going to bring my passion back? So that is the real issue here. I mean, for God's sake, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare is probably the most fun I've had in a game in a while that's recently dropped out. You know, I have been playing things obviously like Euro Truck Simulator, and I've actually been really enjoying that. That actually genuinely surprised me, so props to the guys over there. I didn't see myself really getting into that game as much as I did, but these AAA games, these first-party, you know, next-generation games, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare has actually been the only one I've had really good fun in, and you can call me a Call of Duty fanboy because I'm really not. But that game was actually genuinely enjoyable, and the other games have just not been up to par. There's no real hope. I mean, I hope that The Division is a good game. I hope Ubisoft can really make this a good game, but I'm losing all hope in it. I really am losing all hope on that they can actually launch a game that's actually going to go really well. I don't know where the issue is. I think that it's just all this new technology and the developers don't have enough time in order to make these games. I think they're rushed to bring these games out, especially in a launch. Like, right, we need to get this game out, get this game out, get this game out, and they just have to make lots of sacrifices. And is that worth it? I mean, I'd rather wait a whole extra year on any game development cycle just in order to make sure that game is better. So maybe Rockstar are doing it right. Maybe delaying the game is what we need to do to make sure that when it comes out, we're not patching it. Not that I feel Rockstar is perfect by a long stretch, but I feel at least they've maybe got a bit more of a grip on delaying the game and actually, you know, making sure that that would ensure that the game's launch is actually good and isn't played with bugs. So, guys, I'd be interested to know what your opinion is on all this. Has this really turned you off gaming a little bit? Are you not that excited anymore? You know, are you getting a bit bored? Are you just longing for that game that you really can? Or has it made you move over to things like League of Legends and World of Warcraft and all those, maybe games you played before, but, you know, I've come back to recently and found passion for? I mean, it's definitely made me look towards those sort of games and look towards other, especially games that you can mod and play online and, you know, games that has a real community behind it that's already established, you know, like Euro Truck Simulator and things like that. Are you guys longing for a new game that you can just enjoy without all the bugs and the issues? Guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Maybe I'm just being too negative. Maybe it's just me in a bad mood and I should probably stop talking about it, and maybe things aren't all that bad and it's just in my head. But guys, I'd be interested to know what you think. Let me know. And that's it. That's all the commentary is going to be about. I'm surprised that I've managed to talk about it for this long. But I feel words need to be said. I've been thinking about doing this for a while, and that's my opinion out there. If you want to see me do more of these videos, please let me know, guys. There's probably lots more topics I can rant about. So if you like rants, then hit that like button, guys. But as always, drink tea and game on.